Hello everyone, this is Super Dimensional Bun. Today I'll be reviewing both the non-grade and HGUC versions of the Victory 2 Gundam. Now this original kit came out back in 1993 and currently retails for 700 yen. This one came out in 2014 and currently retails for 1300. Now this is actually the kit that came with the Assault and Buster combo, so that one came out in 2015 and currently retails for 2,000 yen. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the details. So this is the original. Not a bad design. Engineering was okay. See seam lines in the middle of the legs, so something all old kits share. So I'd say that this older kit is actually a true 144 scale kit. For some reason, when Bandai made the HGUC version of it, they made it bigger. I guess they figured that this one was too small. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this one. You can see there's better engineering on this. The elbows are not showing the gray polycaps. Better color separation, and yes, it still has a split in the middle of the leg here. Okay, but there are a lot more improvements on this kit. Better technology, better engineering. I'll show you all that in a minute. Alright, let's go through the articulation. I'll blow through this pretty quickly. So here's the head. So even though it's on a ball joint, it can't turn too much because the size of the head and interference with, I guess, the shoulder pieces. It's a little tight too. So back in the day, all the old Gundam, V-Gundam kits all came with a sort of a internal skeleton. It's partial. It's all made out of polycaps. So the legs here go all the way up internally. This is actually, this thigh piece is one piece of plastic. You just slip it right in like a sleeve. The waist, internal waist, inside the waist is all polycap, and inside the chest and the parts that connect to the arms are all polycaps. Actually, I have a box right here. Let me show you guys quickly. Right there. So, that was their selling point back then. Okay, let's bring this guy back up. Alright, so let's go on with the articulation. So you can see the arm spin 180. And arm flap moves out, so it gives a little range motion there. Let's move this aside so it's less distracting. Okay. This forearm is connected by a polycap. Spins 360. And a hand. Ball joint. Can't move side to side too much. But there you go. Forward, back, a little more articulation there. Now the arm only bends slightly more than 180. Polycap connector is just a little loose. So that's not bad for an old kit. More than 180, more than 90 degrees, I'm sorry. Okay, and then there's also the beam shield projector pops out. There you go. Skirt armor. It's connected by a ball joint. Something most of the V Gundam kits in 1993 came with. Same with the side skirts. There's also another ball joint right there. Doesn't go out too far. Now it splits. Can't split too much. Okay, but the feet are not flat on the table, so it looks kind of weird if you were to do that. Leg, so it could bend that far up. Oh, not bad, 90 degrees. But see, the skirt armor kind of gets in the way. If you get under it, there you go. But the back skirt armor is static, so bending backwards will be a problem. Now, knee bends 90 degrees. This guy popped out again. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's see how much this guy turns. So, not very much. Okay. And the feet. So going back, not too far. Armor goes up. So that's it. Alright, now let's go look at the new HGUC version. Okay, head. Spin 360. Down. Ball polycap, so you can do the chicken thing. Side to side a little. Okay. The arm is also connected by a polycap, a ball joint. It's a connector at the shoulder piece that goes forward. Not really sure why you would need to do that with this kit anyway, but maybe it's for the other modes. Alright. Let's see. One weird thing is that you can bend it further upward. Now this go all the way up to here. Now it'll look a little weird because it has this weird thin piece of plastic that connects the shoulder to the body. All right. Okay, so you see here the hip is connected by a ball joint, well, ball polycap, and there's also another part of articulation in the waist. Bend forward, so we could bend forward a little bit more than the old kit. Let's get to that a little later. Of course, the arm can spin 360. It's a little bulky, but there you go. Now, this elbow is not double jointed. It can only go that far, so it's slightly less than the original kit, but yeah. Posability is not too bad of a problem. Hands connected by a ball joint. It's not polycaps in any way. Okay, and lastly, the whole wrist can move up. So there's a little bit of articulation right there. This is good for holding beam sabers, I guess. Okay, skirt armor. Let's connect one connect piece. You can cut it in the middle, and you should be able to move independently. Side skirts also connected by a polycap clip. It's a peg that connects to the plastic piece, so then you can take it off and replace it with the other parts for the, I guess, the Assault Gundam kit. Let's see. Now the legs. Now they're connected by a peg into the thigh, so it can spin 360. Side. Let's see. This thing could bend up 90 degrees. Not, and a little bit backwards too, but as of the last kit, the other kit, it only could, the back skirt pretty much blocks it from going any further back. Now, knee, it's double jointed. Let's get this skirt out of the way. That's pretty good motion, range of motion there. Doesn't bend forward. Okay, and the foot. So we got the front skirt armor, foot armor. This thing can't bend forward very much, but going backwards has a lot more degree of motion there. Now, the foot can move side to side pretty well. And one thing I don't really understand is that this foot can actually fold back. Now, I could only think Bandai was thinking that they were planning on doing the various core fighter modes for this kit, but they never done that. They didn't do it, so I'm not sure why I even put the effort. Now, splits wise, you can split pretty far, but he won't. This kit won't be flat on its feet. It can balance, but not very well. So, pretty good posability. And last but not least are the beam projectors on its back, the signature V. So, bend out pretty far. And even these things can open and close. You can close all the way if you really want. Have it look like that. But I don't usually see it closed. So anyway, there you go. Now let's go ahead and start with the accessories. One thing I guess I wanted to point out with the feet is that the old kit has this weird flap on the back of the front portion of the foot. New versions don't have that. I guess that was the original design. Alright, let's see if we can stand still. Okay, now, first of all, let's take a look at the beam guns. So, the original non-grade kit, the beam rifle was just one piece of plastic, whereas this new high-grade version is actually 3 pieces of plastic, the nozzle and the 2 halves. Now, obviously, it's more pieces, it has a lot more girth to it, and looks a lot more proportional in a way. Alright, but one thing the new high-grade kit has is this attachment. You could force it onto this old one. It'll look kind of funny, but you can't really push it all the way. It's just not enough space right here in the gap. Whereas in the newer version, slip it right in. I think it's some kind of grenade launcher. Okay, we got that. Now, the old kit comes with 3 different beam sabers. And there it goes. There's a straight one. There's a curved beam saber. I guess it's for action pose. And it has the beam fan. Now, let's see. So, these are all molded in one clear plastic piece. The handles were all painted for this kit. So, there's that. Now, in the initial release of this kit, it comes with 2 beam sabers that actually, well, I don't have the beam saber pieces just because this is the combo kit. It doesn't come with any clear pieces at all. You can try to use the old pieces in his hands, but they're too small to fit, and it'll slip right through. Probably fit the beam fan in there, and it'll be fine. Just an FYI. Okay. Another thing the old kit has is a beam shield. All you do is pop open the back, pull out the tab, fit the tab into the beam shield, like so, and then attach it right in there. So now you got the beam shield. Now, if you're thinking this can be transferred onto this, it will not. Let's just leave that off for now. Mainly because the pegs on the beam projectors here are square, whereas on the old kit it's round. So I guess the only way you can get this thing onto this one is if you carve it out a little bit and make it a little more square, but that'd probably prove quite difficult. Last but not least, you got on the old kit, you got the wings of light. So they connect onto the connector pieces right in there. If I can get it in, it'll look like that for high-speed propulsion. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. It's my daughter. Perfect timing. Anyway, so you can kind of transfer these pieces onto the newer kit. They don't really have a connector, but if you slip it in behind the connector pieces that are meant for the newer versions, which you have to buy separately from their website, which you can't get in the United States, or you have to special order it. Now, it can hold it. It won't look too good, but good enough, I'd say. It holds it pretty well. A little jiggly, but Nothing little poster DAP wouldn't do. So there you go. That's one alternative in case you really want these Wings of Light. Just get it from the old kit. Alright. Last but not least, the difference between the two kits is that the original V Gundam kit comes with a stand. So, with a little polycap at the end, you can just pop it right in into the crotch area. There you go. And it has a little poster of the original V Gundam. You can slip it right in, make a little diorama. And the thing about these stands is that you can connect it with other stands, with other kits from the series, and it'll look pretty good. Now, and one thing that the old kit has that the new kit doesn't is the core fighter. So this is core fighter comes with the HGUC kits. I didn't paint the cockpit, but I'll do that eventually. It's a pretty simple design. You can see it's pretty tall, pretty long. The V fins don't open on the back. I guess, yeah, it's pretty simple. It comes with an attachment for action base. This won't really fit on the old stands, mainly because the hole's a little bigger than it should be. So here's my old action base 2. And just jam it in there. This connector piece goes into the back. My fingers are too big for it, but I think I got it. There you go. And there. Let's put that in the background. Alright, so let's do a quick comparison. So here is a 1/44 scale Zolot from also the original V Gundam series. I think it would cost like 500 yen. So if you're wondering why this one costs 700 yen, I think it's because of all the clear pieces that came with it. Yeah, I think there was a Buster version of it. That was only 500 yen. But it didn't come with any clear plastic parts. Okay, next you got the GP01. As you can see, these guys are a lot smaller. Now, oops. This is supposed to be the original, the actual height it should be. So you can see it only goes up to where the cockpit is. Bandai made it a little bigger for HGUC version, and yeah, I'd say it's more like 130. I don't know. I didn't do the calculations on it. Let's get this out of the way. It's less distracted. All right. Anyway, so there you have it. Now, if you had a choice between the two, definitely go for the high-grade version. It's a lot more detail, better articulation, more color separation. This guy's a little floppy. When I originally test fitted the shoulders, that was a mistake because it kind of carved into the polycap connectors, and now it's a little loose. So anyway, but if you're really strapped for cash and really like the design, and don't care too much between high grade and the original grade, then yeah, 700 yen, not a bad price. You get all these nice little accessories in the Wings of Light, so yeah, I'd say if you really wanted that for the high grade kit, yeah, just get it for these and kit bash the rest. But the proportions aren't that great on this guy. The feet, for one thing, are a little slightly bigger than the new high grade kit. But anyway, they're both enjoyable experiences. This one in particular. But if you were to really get this kit, I mean, if you like the other two modes, definitely get the combo kit. This guy right here. But if you don't care for them and like the beam sabers and beam shield, then go for the kit that came back in 2012 for 1,300, and you save yourself 700 yen. I guess you could always buy this guy with it and make the same amount. But yeah, no, I'd say definitely high grade. Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this review. Hope you found it informative. Come back again, and I'll have you modeling. See you guys next time.